welcome to my 2021 wardrobe tour. I think I'm going to post two videos, this one with all my main pieces and then another one going over like my blouses, bags, accessories, and all that. So this is where I keep all of my main pieces. My closet is a little bit small, so I have the other rack out there for all of my other stuff. But here they are. So before I actually get into the video, I'm just gonna put out a disclaimer. This is the first video I've ever made like this. I make a lot of TikToks, but that's a completely different thing. So I'm sorry if the quality kind of sucks. I'm gonna try to get better at it. And also I apologize for the lighting changes that are gonna happen because I meant to film this earlier in the day, and then a certain AP bloodbath had me on the site refreshing for 2 hours. So now the sun's about to go down. So there'll be some lighting changes. But that aside, let's get into the video. So I'm going to show these in order of when I obtained them. I don't still have my first dress ever. I actually sold it to a friend of mine. But I still have this one, which was my first brand piece. And this is from Baby the Star Shine Bright. And it's the Queen of Snow JSK in black. And my dad got me this for my birthday when I was first getting into Lolita. I found it on Lace Market for a really good price, and so I asked him for it. So there we go. This next dress is Jewel Marine, and this was my first Angelic Pretty dress. I bought it because a member of my comm wanted to twin with me. She has the blue one, and so I found this on Lace Market for like $90. This next dress is the Honey Cake MTO in ivory. This is my boyfriend's favorite print, and I wore this one a lot actually this year. I think this is my most worn dress of the year because I find it very easy to coordinate. I also have this print in pink, and I used to have it in yellow, but I just sold it to a friend of mine because I wanted to get the yellow cafe set. I did not win the lottery, but I hope I can find it secondhand later. So this is Honey Cake in ivory. This next piece is Little Bear's Cafe, also in ivory. And this was one of the things I bought when I was first getting into Lolita just because it was cheap. It's been altered. I don't know. The person I bought it from wasn't the one who did the altering, but they did a really good job on it. And I like it because it's a lot more comfortable in my bust, but it is a little bit too big around my waist, and I take the corset lacing off of all my dresses because I'm too lazy to do it myself. But I really need to put it back in on this one because now it looks kind of weird on me. But Little Bear's Cafe in ivory. This next dress is probably the first one in my collection I'd classify as like a dream dress that I've gotten. This is Milky Chan the Fawn, ribbon style JSK in black. And I almost lost this dress because I bought it from the Japanese secondhand market, and I still didn't really have that much money at the time, so I just picked the cheapest shipping option, which was service mail, and it quoted me at 2 months to arrive to me. It took 5 months, and the tracking number expired. But it did make it to me safe and sound, and it actually is in really good condition. Next up, we have Magic Princess in pink. This is the Napoleon style JSK, and I do own this in another cut and colorway. I also own it in the round JSK in Saks, and I do want the yellow JSK, the round version. I might try to trade with somebody for that one because I really don't like the Napoleon cut on me. It's not very flattering on people that have larger busts, which is really annoying considering this is the version that has full back shirring, but oh well. So Magic Princess in pink. Next up I have Milky Planet. I have the skirt in black from the first release, and this is also the first skirt in my collection. I got an amazing deal on this. I got the tote bag, the head bow, the socks, and the skirt all from one seller for like $200 because I guess it was an emergency sale and I just happened to have the money at the time to get it. And I really love this print. I want it in yellow one day. Probably the same release, the scalloped JSK, because I love the way it looks. And this is one of the prints that really turned me on to black colorways of sweet prints. So this is Milky Planet. This is my second skirt and my second Milky Chan the Fawn. This is the pink colorway in the skirt version, obviously. And this was another one that came in a set. This one was quite expensive though. I am a little bit ashamed. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on it, but this came with the matching head bow and the cardigan, so that's what really sold me on it. So we have another Milky Chan Fawn. So another print that I absolutely adore. This is Happy Garden in pink. This is the high-waisted JSK. I did not know there was a normal waist version of this JSK until way later, but I do really like this one. I think it's very cute, and I got this for Easter. Next up, we have a classic of 2012 Sweet. This is Toy Parade in mint, and I originally had this print in black, but when I bought it, I didn't realize that I was buying the 2007 original release, and I didn't know that the measurements were different, so when I looked up to see if it would fit me, I found these measurements, thought it was going to be good. It did not fit my boobs, so I sold that one, and then a few months later, I found this one on, I think, Frill or Mercari, one of those, and went ahead and got it. So this is Toy Parade in mint. Next up, I think this is the first dress that I ever bought that was lavender, and this is Dream Sky. This is a favorite of mine. I don't know which release this one is because there's been several if I remember correctly, but yeah, this is Dream Sky. Another lavender dress. This is Sweetie Violet in lavender, and this is another one I found off of the Japanese secondhand sites. It was very interesting. I tried to get this jumper skirt from a different seller, and then my shopping service wasn't fast enough, but I found it about a week later for a little bit better of a price too, so that was really nice. This is Sweetie Violet, one of my favorite spring dresses. Next up, I have the Letter Doll special set in lavender, and the person who sold this to me detached these two shoulder bows, and I've yet to sew them back on. But if you can't tell, I had kind of a crisis where I realized that my wardrobe had no lavender, and purple is my favorite color, so I kind of decided to buy a bunch of lavender dresses at once, and I found this for a very good deal. So Letter Doll in lavender. So next up we have another lavender dress from that same, I think probably 2 months. I bought all 3 of those. This is Castle Mirage in lavender. And I thought I was buying the special set, which is a bit more pink, but this one has grown on me a lot. And I got it discounted because of a missing waist tie button that I haven't fixed yet, but I will eventually. And what's really interesting about this dress is it's polyester and chiffon, but it does actually have a built-in petticoat, like the older cotton releases, so that's kind of cool. So this is Castle Mirage. Next up, this is my first piece from Metamorphose, Tom Stiffy, and this is also my first OP. So this is Teddy Bear Baker, and this is by Meta's Crown label line, which I believe ran from around 2010 to 2012, and known for pumping out more cutesy sweet prints like the rest of my wardrobe. And I adore this dress. It also came with a matching apron and collar that were both detachable. I have those elsewhere. And the print is super gorgeous. I love it. It has full back shirring. It is very friendly and it's super comfy for if I just want to lounge around the house. This is Teddy Bear Baker. This is my last Milky Chan the Fawn and my second skirt from that line, and this is the brown colorway. And this also came with a matching head bow. So I'm still looking for the black head bow, but I have most of the other ones except for I don't have anything from the white colorway. So yeah, this is my last Milky Chan the Fawn. I got a very good deal on it. This is another one of my dream dresses. This is Horror Candy Shop in pink. And before I was into Lolita, I was very into the pastel goth, Tumblr, like spooky cute aesthetic, so this dress is just screaming my name. I think I first saw it in maybe Milkbox's wardrobe tour, I want to say, and I just fell in love with it. And I was able to get it in time for Halloween, so Horror Candy Shop. Next up, I have Magic Princess in Sax. This is the round cut, and it has this nice underbust cut, which I think is very unique. This corset lacing is undone. Whoops. But yeah, I really love this print a lot, and I think I would like to have the yellow colorway as well in the same cut. I think this is very gorgeous with the colors against the Sax background. I think it's one of my favorite colors. Another dream print. This is also the print I'm wearing. This is Cherry Berry Bunny, the skirt in pink. And this is very much a dream dress of mine. I own it in 3 cuts and 2 colors. And I was very happy to find this because it was very inexpensive because it was missing the bow pin. So I believe I paid $120 for this skirt, and it is still one of my favorites. So this is Fancy Paper Dolls in Sax. It is the halter neck JSK. This was the first thing I ever bought on like a Facebook sales group. Someone was selling a bunch of stuff, and this caught my eye, so I made her an offer, and I got it. This is probably the most faded dress I have. I used to have the original release of Sugary Carnival, and that gave it a run for its money, but the print itself was pretty vibrant. This I'm having the opposite problem where the colorway is nice and bright, but the print is quite faded, unfortunately. But I still love this dress a lot. So Fancy Paper Dolls. We have another bittersweet print. I don't know if people still hate that term, but I like it. This is Memorial Cake in black, and this is, I can't remember the name of this cut, but it's not the high-waisted one. This is the regular waist one. This was another really great deal I found on the Japanese secondhand market. I think this might have been $75 or $80, and it came with a head bow, and I really love this print. There is one stain that I have not been able to get off of this dress, but you really can't tell because the print is so busy. So yeah, this is Memorial Cake. Next we have a dress that I used to hate. This is Dreamy Baby Room in Saks, and it did come with the star brooch. I have it detached right now, but I'm very proud of that, both of them, the one on the head bow and the one on the JSK. But I used to be like everyone else and make fun of this dress and say it's an age play dress. It is not. It is beautiful and I love it a lot. Once I saw some detailed shots of this, I absolutely could not pass it up. It's very similar to Toy Parade, I think, but it has its own very unique charm. Like, there are all these little details, and I really love these multicolored buttons that it has. It also has mismatched ones on the straps. And I actually do want to get this print in another color. I want it in yellow because I don't have like any yellow in my wardrobe right now. So this is Dreamy Baby Room in Saks. This is one of the highlights of my collection because it's Honey Cake in pink, the original release. The switching cut, which is my favorite cut. I'm really disappointed that the MTO didn't offer the pink or mint colorways and it was the round cut instead of the switching because it's my favorite. This is like the one dress that I own that I am afraid to wash. This one goes to the dry cleaners every time I have to clean it. She's a little bit wrinkled right now because I just traveled with her, but it's absolutely one of my favorite dresses, and I just completed my set. I found the socks on Lace Market. I paid a stupid amount of money for them, but I am a completionist. So this is my Honey Cake in pink. So here we have Candy Sprinkle. And this is another dress that I found on the Japanese secondhand market because I was really trying to get a good deal for this dress, because for some reason people have been inflating the special set dresses. Like this one, Dream Fantasy and Cotton Candy Shop have all been super expensive lately, and I'm not about that. So I hunted until I found it for a reasonable price. And I love this dress because it reminds me of the Nutcracker. I just courted it for Christmas in a very wintry way, and I love it so much. My best friend also just got this dress, and we're gonna twin because I think she's trying to bid on a mint bolero that I also have, and she just cut her bangs, so it's gonna be really cool. I get to like clone with somebody, which has never happened before. So this is Candy Sprinkle in pink. So this is my only solid color piece, and this is also my only old school piece. It's from Baby the Star Shine Bright, and I have no idea what the name of this dress is. I've seen some other people with it, and no one can figure out like when this dress came out, what's its name, or anything like that. But yeah, no, I bought this one because I just want to have a solid color piece, and I wanted to try my hand at like an old school cord since my column has old school meets pretty often. And I did have to replace the zipper in this one because the old one would just catch on whatever I was wearing, and it even ripped a couple of things, and that really freaked me out. So I had to go get that done. This is my mystery dress from Baby. The second of these special set dresses in my collection, this is Dream Fantasy, also by Angelic Pretty. One thing I found weird is that Candy Sprinkle and Dream Fantasy both have partial shirring, but Cotton Candy Shop has full back shirring. Thought that was kind of odd. But I do love this print. I think it photographs kind of poorly. It ends up being a more like muted coral pink when in person it is a very bright pink. But I love this dress a lot. So this is Dream Fantasy. Next I have a very interesting find. This is Whimsical Vanilla Chan, and it is the Tears JSK in pink. I got this off of Depop. It is really hard to find legit Lolita in the sea of replicas and mistagged things that's on Depop right now. But I found it in pretty good condition. I did notice a couple of spots on it the other day when I was doing some wardrobe maintenance, and sadly part of the shirring panel snapped, and so it's really big on me right now, so I think I've got to figure out how to fix that. I don't know who can do that, but I guess I'll take it to a seamstress. But this is my Whimsical Vanilla Chan. So I really adore these mini sleeve full back shirring OPs from Angelic Pretty, and this is no exception to that. This is Jewelry Jelly, and you know, the print is notorious for being quite faded, but mine still has the glitter intact, which is really nice. I think it's absolutely stunning, and my favorite part about this dress is the bodice because of all the ribbon and lace that's up here. This is one of those pieces where you can really see all the design choices that AP puts into their old pieces, and it is very very nostalgic dress for me. So this is Jewelry Jelly, and let's see if you can see the print. So this piece is extremely different from anything I have in my wardrobe. This is from Lady Sloth, and it's currently the only indie brand piece I have in my collection right now, and it is My Spooky Macarons in lavender. And I actually got this off of their sale on Lace Market. They listed some pieces. So I ended up going with this one because I really love lavender, and I really wanted something very spooky for Halloween. I have Horror Candy Shop, and then I have another cute Halloween print, so I wanted something that I could really lean into, like the oranges and everything with this. And I really like the cord I did with it. If I can figure out how, I might attach a picture. So yeah, My Spooky Macarons by Lady Sloth. Next up, this is Cotton Candy Shop in lavender, and I was first introduced to this dress through Princess Peachy, and I still really love it. It's still one of my favorite pieces in my collection, and I have tried to get this dress and missed out on it probably about 4 times. There have been 2 times where I've sent in shopping service requests and people got to it quicker, 2 times where I lost bids on Lace Market, and then this one I snapped up for an amazing price. I think it was maybe $150, and lately people have been trying to sell this dress for $300, and it sells, or even more sometimes. So I was really happy to find this, and I just found the matching headbow on Lace Market about last week, and I found the pink socks on a Japanese auction site. So I do have kind of a full set for this one. The socks aren't lavender, but I don't really mind that at all. So this is Cotton Candy Shop. This is my last kind of Halloween themed dress. This is from Baby, and it's Kumiya's Trick or Treat. I don't think that's the full name, but it's Baby, so you know it's gonna be like a super long name. This one is also one, I tried to buy this twice, this same dress, not like even different sellers. So the first time I bought it, the seller did not understand how to use Mercari quite yet, and so my shopping service ended up canceling the order. But about 2 weeks later, I was stalking Mercari and I found it again, and so I tried to go through a different shopping service and they were able to get it for me. So I was really happy about that. This is the pink colorway, which I never see. I see the lavender one a lot, but I can't even find a stock image for this one actually. So yeah, it has this very pretty star lace, and I love this print a lot. This is my second piece from Meta, also from their Crown Label line, and this is Teddy Chocolatier in mint. This is kind of an oddball for my wardrobe. It doesn't fit in as well as the rest of the stuff does, but I do love it. I got a good deal on it because it's missing some of the detachable pieces from here. But yeah, one of my favorite cords is with this dress. This is Teddy Chocolatier. So I think that Cherry Berry Bunny and Milky Chan the Fawn are still like my 2 holy grail dream dresses that I've gotten, but this one is up there. This is Dream Marine in lavender. And there have been a ton of brilliant color and navy and every other color except for lavender on the market lately, but this is the special set that I didn't even know existed until I saw it, and I was really debating over getting it because the one that I was originally drawn to was the regular style of JSK, but I'm really glad I went with this one because I like how the cut looks on me, and it is absolutely stunning. This print has glitter in it, and if you can't tell, like these little tassels are actually like 3D. And I love marine themes. I saw this in another Lolita YouTuber's video a really long time ago, and I fell in love with the cord she did with it, and it really sold me on this dress, and it's still like in my top 5 things in my wardrobe. So this is Dream Marine. Next up, I have another Baby the Star Shine Bright dress. This is Dancing Baby Bear in pink, and it does have a detachable bow up here, but I took that off for something. I love this dress. I love how colorful it is, and I originally wanted the black colorway of it because I really like how the pastel bears stood out on the black background. I still want it, but for now I am very happy with this one. So yeah, this is Dancing Baby Bear. Next up is Dreamy Dollhouse, the switching cut in pink, and I have had a struggle with this dress because I originally owned it in the round cut, and then I ended up selling it to a friend in favor of getting this one off of Jianyu, which is the Chinese secondhand market, because that one didn't really fit my bust very nicely and it was really tight and uncomfortable. So then I got this one, and this one is too big for me. So I can't really win. I might take it in if I care enough, but for now I guess I'll just cinch in my waist ties a little bit tighter than I usually do. But this is Dreamy Dollhouse. So this dress is very special to me because it did come out in 2020. This is the Little Witch Cutso OP in pink. And this is the first thing that I've ever bought, like brand new from AP, like on release day. Technically I went through a shopping service, but still. And I was very lucky to get this because I was not very well up to date with AP releases until very recently. And so I did see the teaser pictures of this, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna have the money by the time it came around. And so then when I saw it was getting released the weekend, I messaged my shopping service because I did have the money for it. And they said they tried to get it, but they weren't sure because they were very full. And they called around and managed to snag me the last one in the Harajuku store. So I'm very grateful to them. And I love this dress a lot. I know people complain about the fit with this one, and I can see why. It does fit very oddly because of how high-waisted the cut is, but I do think it's very comfortable. And I really love Cutso OPs. I think I'm gonna try to get the yellow colorway of Moko Moko bunnies when it comes out, if I can survive the AP USA bloodbath for that one. But yeah, this is Little Witch. Next up is Toy Fantasy in white. And this is the only white dress I own. And I originally was interested in the Sax colorway, but I ended up getting the white one just because I love how the pink and the white contrasts. And this is the only dress that I own that I have personally stained, and it's not even my fault. My boyfriend stained this dress with lime green Gatorade. I managed to get most of it out, but there is still, you can still tell if you look really, really closely and you know where it is like I do. And it bugs me to this day. But other than that, love this dress. So this is Toy Fantasy in white. It's dark outside. We're almost done. This is another baby dress. I'm just now realizing how much Baby the Stars Shine Bright I've bought recently. But this is Kumiya's Snowy Kingdom. And I really love this dress. I bought it for winter because Christmas, I'm not really a huge fan of like the classic red and green Christmas. It's very nice, but not my favorite. I much prefer snow prints. And this, of course, is one of the best. This is Kumiya's Snowy Kingdom. This is another dress that I have bought directly from AP. This was very much an impulse buy. This is Wrapping Heart in Mint. And I originally had the skirt for this, but I ended up selling it because it was really, really short, which is saying something because I'm 4'11". Like I'm in that height range that AP likes to cater to, and it was still too short for me. So I had sold the skirt and then decided I was going to try to find the jumper skirt secondhand, and then AP randomly re-released it, and so I happened to have money, so I just went on and bought it. And I am very happy I did. I made one of my favorite cords with this that was a little bit more on the experimental side. I corded it with a sweater that I found at Target of all places. So this is Wrapping Heart in Mint. This dress I got very, very recently. I got it last month, and it has very quickly risen to be one of my favorite dresses to cord. I also found the matching cutso for it because this is Cream Cookie Collection in Sax, and this is the, I think it's called the Switching JSK. I really hate the high-waisted version, and I love this one. So I've had my eye out for it for a really long time, and it popped up on Lace Market, and I had coincidentally just gotten that matching cutso like about a week beforehand on the Japanese secondhand sites. So this is Cream Cookie Collection in Sax. So this is my last skirt and my last piece from Meta. This is also from Crown Label. All of my Meta pieces are from there. And this is Bubble Bath, and it's listed as Sax. Mint Sax hybrid color that matches nothing. I used to have the jumper skirt in yellow in the pinafore style, but the way it was constructed made it so it could not stretch to accommodate my bust. So I ended up selling it, and I found the skirt instead, which is, this is also my preferred colorway anyway. So this is Meta's Bubble Bath skirt. So these are the last two pieces in my wardrobe I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about them both in one go. These are both Cherry Berry Bunny. This is the JSK in pink. I think it's called the Heart JSK, and this is the Black OP. And I got these both in the same order because I have no self-control. I was originally bidding on the Black OP on Lace Market, and it started at like $100. And then in the last like 5 minutes, someone bid up to like over $400, and I was like, absolutely not, I refuse to pay that much. So I lost the bid, was pretty upset about it. About a week later, was browsing on Mercari, and every once in a while, I'll add in like Cherry Berry or Milky Chan if I'm looking for specific stuff all the time. So I happened to look, found this OP for a much better price. So I went ahead and added that to my shopping service that I had going on, my order. And then probably about a week and a half later, while she was still getting everything together for me, this popped up, And this is like my ultimate, this is my favorite cut and color of this print. And it also came with this apron, so it was kind of worth it. So I got both of these together, and it was a very happy day for me. So the Cherry Berry Bunny. So that was my entire wardrobe for main pieces. It is pitch black outside. The only ones I haven't included are, I do have a few things that I have pre-ordered that are in the mail. I got the Rainbow Dollhouse JSK from CC Cat. I got it in yellow. That's currently in the mail on its way to me, and I think that's gonna be the only Taobao piece I have in my wardrobe, which is kind of interesting, but I couldn't pass it up. It was so gorgeous, especially when I saw people unboxing it, so I got like on the last day of the pre-order for it. And then I also did get on the MTO for Sugary Carnival. I used to have the lavender OP. I did just sell it because originally I was just gonna stick with my original one and just grab a head bow to match it, but they did increase the sizing on it by a few centimeters, and those few centimeters would do a lot of good for my bust. So I decided to do that. I also got the Saks JSK and head bow, and my shopping service might also give me the pink JSK and head bow because I have no self-control. But yeah, those are all of my main pieces. So tomorrow I'm gonna change into a different cord and show you guys the rest of my wardrobe. Bye!